Hello everyone, my name is Equality and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we are doing part 5 of the Occult Villa speed build, and today we are going to take care of most of the rooms of the inhabitants, I think. First thing I did though was I went back to the common room and to the dining room and I fixed some of the swatches because I was not super happy with how it looked. So I changed that around a bit and then I went upstairs and I took care of the common room here. What I was thinking here was I just wanted to have like a simple um, I cannot say living room because this is basically just a hallway, but like a similar situation. Have some bookcases there on the wall there. I thought that matches pretty well or fits there pretty well because we have the little bump out from the wall there. So I wanted to put some bookshelves there, bookcases. The thing is, I didn't really find a lot of great ones. A lot of the bookshelves or bookcases that we have, they look like they're only like a single use one because they have like glass in the middle and they have some things and they look too symmetrical if you place them in a row like this. So I had to look for a good one and I decided to go for this. I think it's a base game bookcase. And then there's this really nice grandfather clock from the vampire pack. I think I used that here as well because I really liked that. And then I used some more of the couches and seating from this pack as well to create kind of a little seating area right there. Um, I didn't I didn't really have a good idea for this. I just went with it and I tried to combine a couple things together and make it look nice. Like I said, I just wanted to have another area where people can come together, especially the people from upstairs, so that they don't necessarily have to go downstairs if they don't want to, because I feel like downstairs is a little bit more like an entertainment room, and this one is more like a seating area to sit and talk and do things. Yeah. Quick news from me. I was not here for a while. That's why it took me so long to get this video out. I was a little busy with other things. I was away for a couple of days. Also, I went to a concert with my boyfriend of a artist called Elderbrook. He's like a DJ and he does like EDM music. It's really really cool. And it was kind of a birthday gift for him. So that's why I was not there and I was a little bit occupied. But I am back now. I am also currently still busy with my thesis. I am getting closer to the end, but there's still. I feel like there's still a lot to do, and I feel like I'm never getting done with this, and it's kind of frustrating. And I just want to get it. I just want to get it over with, and I'm just it's like three crosses when I'm done. What like this when I'm done with that. But yeah, so that is what has been going on in my life today. Uh, not just today, lately. But yeah, I had some time today, so I can take care of this video now. And as you can see, more vampire stuff, more base game stuff. Funny enough, there's no real like side tables and stuff from the vampire pack, so I had to use the ones from the base game. Funny enough, they match quite well to the theme, so I mean that is fine. And I was also thinking if I should have another runner rug upstairs there, but then I think I decided against it because I felt like it was just getting a bit too much. Um, it could have been a cool idea though, now that I think of it. But anyways, we are now getting to the first occupant's room, and it is downstairs, and it is one of the more like smaller rooms, I would say. And this room is going to be for the mermaid. So did I what did I envision for this person, for this sim? I thought that this room could be for the mermaid, and the mermaid is as a female. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It could be a female or a male mermaid, but they're kind of more um like fun. They love summer. They love the beach. They love swimming. They have more of a quirky personality, I would say. Um, of course, if it's a male one, they have to be at least bi, to make the whole personality fit. I would say. I mean, not necessarily. I guess straight people can be quirky and I don't know how to explain. Like they like to be happy and nice and um supportive. I don't know, all of these like really kind people pleaser personality kind of thing, I would say. And they like to be playful. That is one of the words that I was looking for and could not find. And it was kind of hard to do this because obviously we don't really have a lot of mermaid stuff. So I was using a lot of the island living pack things that I could find that fit to the personality. So that's why it looks a little bit beachy in here. There is this chest, this mermaid chest. I have no idea if it does anything, but since it's called mermaid chest, I wanted to definitely use it in this room as well. The bed, the desk, and the chair is also from that pack, as well as the dresser. I tried to make everything kind of fit into the room somehow. Yeah, there's not really a lot more to it. But one thing that I definitely did think of when I was doing this was the reason why it is actually downstairs is because I wanted the mermaid to have a quick access to the outside, to the garden, and this room is literally right next to the back door that leads to the garden. Because there's the pool there, and the pool is mainly meant to be for the mermaid sim. So I kind of envisioned that they would spend most of their time close to the pool. So having their bedroom close to that is something that makes sense, I guess. So that's why they are there. And yeah, I was just looking for a couple more things that I could fit on the wall. Sorry for that. Um, not not a lot much more to say. Um, doing this color scheme was a little bit difficult because like I said, I was trying to like mix and match the different packs, and um obviously the vampire pack and the island living pack like very different from each other, but thankfully the wallpaper had like this very cool blue swatch, so I used that and I thought, okay, maybe I can incorporate that into the beachy vibes and just do that. And then I thought, okay, what else can I do? What other room are we doing? Who is gonna go where? I needed to kind of think of it first a bit. And then I went back upstairs because most of the rooms were here. We already know where the plant sim goes. We know where the mermaid goes. We know where the wizard goes. So in this little longer room, I thought this could be a perfect room for the vampire because I wanted the vampire to definitely have a coffin, and coffins in this game take up so much space. So I thought, okay, if the room's a little bit bigger, um, that could be the vampire room. And then the room right next to it is the werewolf room. I don't know why. This room has a very interesting shape. I actually really like the shape of this room. I thought it was not very spacious at first, but then I figured out that it was actually more spacious than I thought. And it has this cool space there with the window. And at first I thought, okay, the werewolf maybe is like a strong person. Like usually werewolves are like strong and stuff, so maybe I put some gym equipment there. But then I thought, okay, it's gonna be a little bit different. The werewolf might be a little bit older, um, maybe adult. I don't think I want them to be an elder, but I think an adult, and they should be an like an astrologer, astronomer someone who really likes to like learn knowledge about stars, and that's why I put a oh my god, no, it's not called a spyglass. What is that called? The the looking glass. Oh my god, what is that called? Why can I not think of it? Uh, I put that next to the window so that they could look at the stars from there, and I gave them like this cool bookshelf, and I tried to use a lot of the werewolf stuff. So like some of the things look broken, like it's very old and stuff. I used the bed, I used the desk from that. I think the bookshelf is actually also from that pack. And then I tried to put a couple of posters on the wall as well, and I wanted to kind of layer them. But the problem is if you size down posters in The Sims, of course they're gonna be smaller. Like the hitbox gets smaller, so the smaller poster goes behind the bigger one. But I wanted the smaller one to be in front of the bigger one, but that didn't work, so I was a little bit frustrated about that. But yeah, we have this cool area with the glass with the watch what I don't know what it's called. Like why can I not think of it? It's so weird. And next to it I put a little seat so that they can sit there and read some books from the bookshelf as well, next to the window. And then I put funny enough, the werewolf pack doesn't come with a side table, with a bedside table, so I had to use a base game one that looks like this crate. Not quite sure if I really like that. Maybe I need to change it later, but I didn't really find a better option for that. So yeah, it's weird. So yeah, this werewolf is gonna be an astrologer, and this is pretty much their room. Maybe I can put some more plants. I didn't put any plants at all. Now that I'm realizing it, but yeah, that's the werewolf's room. So the next room we're gonna be taking care of is the vampire's room. So like I said, I wanted to use this little bit longer room for for the vampire because I thought it makes sense to have the coffin in this room because the coffin takes up so much space. So the coffin is in here. We have the stressor from the vampire pack. I tried to cover most of the no, not most of the all of the windows with like curtains. I was about to say drapes. Curtains that pretty much cover the whole window because we all know that they don't like the sunlight. And then I placed some other stuff, like pretty much everything that I could find in the vampire pack. I tried to fit in this room. There's this little wall decal, like cloth thing that is hanging. I thought like this could be some kind of family emblem that they have on the wall, and I am thinking that the vampire that lives here. Oh, also I put the organ from this pack because I never used that before in this room. I thought that the vampire that lives here is a male vampire, and they're like super old already, like kind of like laddie daddy vibes. And he is the one who actually built this mansion, constructed this mansion, and turned it into a place for all of the occults to live. So he he had the idea, he had the money, so he built it, and now all of the different occults came together in this house. So he made a mansion for freaks, basically. Okay, we're not calling it freaks. That was just a joke. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the vampire room as well. And then I thought we have two more rooms left, and I was not quite sure what to do. We also only have two more occults left. We have aliens and we have the ghosts. So in my head, the ghost is probably gonna go into the smaller room because I just feel like they don't need a lot of space. They're a ghost, like they don't technically they don't even need a room, you know, but they're gonna get one anyways. And the big room is going to be the room for the alien because their bedroom will also be a lab, a science lab at the same time, and that idea to me is so crazy. And I never built anything like that, and I didn't even know if this was possible. I just felt like we had something like a console in this game. So I wanted to do something, and we'll see that in a second and how it turned out. And I think it was pretty cool. Right here, I just went back through all of the rooms a bit, the most of the common rooms, and I placed a couple of plants because I didn't do that before, and everything looked a little bit um, bland, and there was a lot of free space. Technically, I don't have a too big of a problem with free space in matches like this because I feel like it just makes sense that it's big. Like it makes it feel big and empty because I feel like mansions feel big and empty most of the time. They don't have to, of course, but I think for this theme it kind of makes sense. So that's why I tried to do a little bit, but not too much. Specifically talking about the ghost room, and I thought, okay, should I start with the ghost room? But then I thought, okay, maybe I can wait with the ghost room until I have the ghost pack and then see if there's something else that I can do there. So you see me marking the rooms with these gnomes. I put the alien gnome into the alien room and the ghost gnome into the ghost room, just so that I know what comes where. And I looked through the get to work pack and I found this thing, this huge contraption, and I have no idea what it is, but it fits so perfectly into this room. So I was like, this is it. This is perfect for the science lab. And then I wanted to have the desk like a console on the right side there where this free wall space is, but I couldn't find a console. Is there a console in this game? Do I just not have the pack? Does it come with Batu or Strangerville maybe? Because I don't have those two packs. So I had to use this other what is it called, desk, and just put a PC on it that looks a little bit alienated and a chair, and then I put the only single bed that comes with Get to Work that looks like a scientist bed to the side there as well. And we put this tank in the middle of the room. And then of course I also needed to have like a what is this called? It is to kind of disinfect yourself, so it kind of cleans you when you get into it. Technically, I think it's just a shower, but I just thought this idea was so cool to have that there. And then of course, I also placed some posters on the wall because this alien is definitely going to be a scientist. Like I feel like that's the only thing that makes sense. So I placed posters of science and rocket science and stuff on the walls, like just to make it seem like this sim is kind of obsessed with science. So they're gonna be very smart, obviously. And I really like how this room turned out. Like I I tried to make it look like a lab slash bedroom as best as I could, and I think I did a pretty good job with that. Just that it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have a science lab like this mixed with a bedroom in an old mansion, but I mean it is their room and they can do what they want in my book. Yeah, and for realism, I thought I can maybe also place a different tile underneath this contraption. So that's what I did. Um, because I just felt like it does make a lot of sense to have the wooden floor underneath it. There should be at least something similar to metal under it, and I found this one from Get to Work, and I did that and changed at least a couple of the tiles that are underneath it to that. And then I was pretty much done with this room as well. And I think that is also the end of this video. Um, Again, thank you so much for watching. We are getting closer to the end now. We only have two more rooms to do. We have the ghost room to do, and we have the plant sim room slash the big greenhouse to do. And I'm pretty sure I can fill up another video with just that because the greenhouse is huge. And then we are done, and then we can actually get some sims and move them into the house and play with it. And I'm so excited to do that because this is a big house, and I like. Oh, actually, no. There's one more thing that we need to do that I almost forgot about. Is the secret room underneath the house. That is also something we need to do for the wizard. Okay. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And as always, stay kind, stay balanced, and keep gaming. And we'll see each other in the next video. Bye, everyone!